welcome to another episode of Sessions with Coach April. I am your host, April Hogan.
And I'm your co-host, Cass Wofford.
So, we are so excited to do our topic today. Our topic is going to be called Her Business, Her Rules. So, all of you boss chicks out there, this topic is for you. Not to discount the guys.
Right.
Because y'all could be bosses too. So, if you relate, this is for you too. But specifically, we're talking about boss chicks. All right. So before we get started, let's just tell you, go ahead and follow us on our social media. We have TikTok, Coach A. Hogan, Instagram, Coach A. Hogan, and Facebook, Coach A. Hogan. Follow us there for updates, news, and we're actually going to start a group. I don't even know if I told you. Back in the day, I used to have a Facebook group. And in that Facebook group, we do like prizes and stuff. And we would like introduce our topics ahead of time and get people's opinions and thoughts. And then use them for the show. So we're going to get back into that.
Yeah. Sounds like a plan to me.
Absolutely. So let's dive in. First of all, how are you doing today?
You know what? I'm good. Listen, I have no complaints at the moment. I am great. I'm blessed. I'm thankful. I'm operating in the spirit of gratitude. I'm great. How are you?
No, I'm doing good. So we got mimosas.
Yes.
She found a cup with her initial C on it. We couldn't find mine, but S is my middle name. Wouldn't you like to know? Because I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it is my middle name. So we're going to get started. So for all you female founders that are rewriting the script of success for yourself, for your legacy, for your family. First of all, what is the boldest rule you have broken in business and why?
Well, there's two. One of them is just getting started, right? Because we know women didn't always have the power, the rights, like all that type of thing. And honestly, being a millennial as we are, we know a lot of our parents and grandparents, you know, the women didn't have the courage to step out. You know, they played the traditional wife role. So just having the courage to step out and do it, for me, is a rule breaker thing, you know. I didn't see a lot of women entrepreneurs growing up. So that was different for me. But even in trucking, being able to step into a male-dominated space, because trucking is primarily men, even though there are women dispatchers, they typically work for a company. So just stepping into that space in confidence and being able to network and know, because, you know, truck dispatchers and brokers, they some bullies. The men are like jerks, and I'm not trying to be funny. I'm really not. But when you're bartering and talking money, men assume that women don't know what they're talking about. So they will fast talk you like car salesmen. They'll fast talk you. They'll bullshit you. They're going to try and keep most of their money and give you as little as possible. So to be able to step into that male-dominated space and hold my own and be able to talk to these men and be like, you're not finna get over on me, and be a strong presence, that was something rule-breaking that I did.
Okay. Love it. In Cassidy's terms.
Yes.
So I would say my biggest rule that I have broken and that I continue to break is having a voice that creates conflict. So a lot of people will hear the word conflict and feel like, oh, that's a bad thing, but it's not. Conflict is just somebody else's perspective, and how you grow in any business, in any area of your life, is allowing conflict so that way you can find out the best solution. Not just a solution, but the best possible solution. And that requires hearing other people's opinions, other people's thoughts, other people's feedback, because you only see it from your side. So being willing as a woman, as a Black woman, to say, hey, I have a voice. In a world where generally what I'm working with is the opposite, right? So I don't generally work with, a lot of my clients are not women. I do have some women clients, power to those women that own businesses, but I have a lot of male clients. So being the one who comes in and not only has an opinion, but my opinion most of the time doesn't agree. So being willing to do that, but also understanding that I'm not creating conflict to be the one that's right. I'm creating conflict because I want us to see all possible ways to do things. And if mine isn't the right way, okay. Right? But you may have taken something out of what I said that helped yours get better. And vice versa. So I would say that's my biggest thing, is just being willing to say, hey, nope.
Yeah, absolutely. And I will say, especially like you said, for Black women, that's not easy. Because even if you're not in an entrepreneurship position and you're just in corporate America, a lot of times leaders, especially men leaders don't like to hear a woman tell them that's not right.
Mm-hmm.
Or even if it's not right, we'll try something different.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually, I want my way to be right, and this is what we're going to do. So when you dare to challenge that, oh my gosh.
You're pegged.
Like, yeah. And
the aggressive,
it's not...
the aggressive black woman.
Yeah.
So it is tough to be bold enough to stand up and say, hey, no. And with the thought in mind that, no, I want this to be better, right?
Yeah.
I want this company to grow. I want this company to thrive. Instead of looking at it as, oh, because it's not always I want to be right.
Yeah.
I just want you to hear that there are other ways.
Mm-hmm.
See what I may be seeing. And then I'm also willing to invite other people's thoughts and opinions too. I want to hear those too, because I see it from my perspective. The CEO sees it from his or her perspective.
Yeah.
The staff sees it from their perspective.
Mm-hmm.
All the perspective together create that conflict so you guys can build a thriving business together.
Right.
So yeah.
Chad always talks about having a servant's heart. And that's something that even when I work for other people, like any company that I go into, whether I'm just an office employee, manager, like whatever my title is, I go into it with the mindset of this is mine too. Mm-hmm. How can I serve this and make this bigger? How can I expand this? How can I grow it? I want to see the big picture so I can see what needs to be filled and how I can be an asset to that. A lot of people just like, well, it's my job. I'm getting paid, so I'm just going to do it. And it's like, no, if you go in, I thought it was so cheesy when I first heard Chad say it. I was like, what? But it's valuable. And it's true. If you go in with a servant's heart of how can I serve? How can I make this better? How can I grow this? You will get so much further in any business, whether you're in leadership or not.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I think, and I'm sorry, because I feel like we're on this question for a long time. I think it also helps you to feel, because when you go in with a servant's heart, you're going in with the goal to serve somebody else. Mm-hmm. So when it works, it's so much more refreshing.
Yeah.
And like you feel so much more out of it than to say, hey, I'm just coming in and I'm doing it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Because you pour passion into it when your goal is to serve others. So yeah, absolutely.
So what does success on your terms look like for you?
Success on my terms. So I would just be candid. I have never been good at working for somebody. Now, don't get me wrong. I will go into a company. I will work for a company back in the day when I used to work for somebody, and I'm good at it. Mm-hmm. Because I generally take that approach of this is mine. Yeah. Like I want to be the best in what I do. But probably only one job I worked at lasts longer than a year. Yeah. And I think it lasts a year and a month.
It was over a year.
Is that really over a year?
It was a year though.
I've always just had that entrepreneurial space. Yeah. So. But let me correct this though, because I could say because I want to work for myself, but also working for myself is not serving myself. Like I still have to work on other people's schedule. I actually work more than a 9-to-5 schedule. Like I have to do more. Yeah. But the difference is I'm able to flex my creativity. Mm-hmm. I'm able to innovate. I'm able to say, hey, no, I'm not doing that, or absolutely, I'm buying into that. You know what I'm saying? So I would say success looks like working on my terms, but on my terms while serving other people. Right. What about you?
Okay. I'm going to take a little bit of different approach. Mm-hmm. Success on my terms means I'm fulfilled. Mm-hmm. I'm happy. I'm in a space where I feel like I'm contributing on a bigger level. I'm a part of something greater than myself, whether that's for me or somebody else. I mean, I just feel like to me it means that I'm really fulfilled. I love what I do, and I haven't felt that in a long time, like in a long time. Mm-hmm. And it looks different at every age, right? Like, when I was, young and in my 20s and 30s and I was getting degrees and I was excelling in my job, I felt like I was successful. I didn't always feel happy or fulfilled at those jobs, but I felt like I was contributing because I was in positions of authority. I was in positions of management, so I had say, so to speak. But I didn't feel like that was my purpose. I could make it my purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like I can do things to be like, okay, I'm contributing, so I feel like I'm purposeful here, but it wasn't my purpose. Mm-hmm. So now I'm in a space, which is weird because I just turned 40 last week. Yes, hold for applause. Happy. So I feel like at this age, I feel like I found success on my terms. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel happy, I feel fulfilled, I feel like I'm contributing for something better. I feel like I can say this might be my purpose. Mm-hmm. So that's what success for me looks like.
I love it. I love it. I definitely feel like you're going to feel more successful in your purpose. And I guess that's what I mean, like working on my terms, right? Because someone's not telling me or holding me back. Yeah. If I want to do it, I'm going to do it. So next question. Have you ever had to, and I know the answer to this, have you ever had to defend your leadership style?
Girl, yes. Because I'm a passionate person, right? And anything that I feel like is mine, I'm passionate about. I mean, whether it's my kids, my friends, like anything that is mine, I'm a possessive person too. And not in possessive like I'm obsessive or you can't do anything else. But obviously, if it's something that's mine, I want to take care of it. I want to nourish it. I want to nurture it. Like, I don't want it to get hurt. I want to be protective of it, things like that. So, if I go into a business and I feel like it's mine, I'm passionate about, are we wasting time? Are we being productive? Do we have the right people? Are we in alignment? Are we moving forward towards something progressive? And when that's not the case, I tend to speak openly, and everybody will say very directly about that. So when that's taken as, well, you just don't like this person. You're trying to be the boss. You're just looking at everybody sideways, which I've heard that you're not warm and fuzzy. I'm not always going to be. But am I telling you the truth? That's for me, that's the most important thing. And I get emotional intelligence, right? Like Pinky say, emotional intelligence. I'm sure, I understand you got to say things in a way that doesn't hurt people's feelings. You got to consider how you say things. Because I'm very big on, it ain't what you say to me, it's how you say it. Don't talk to me crazy.
Yeah.
I don't intentionally talk to people crazy or talk to people disrespectfully. But I also want you to understand, I'm passionate about this. I'm serious about this. There's a time where I can be, okay, I'm going to be nice about it. And then there's going to be a time where I'm going to be like, no, I'm not pulling my words. I'm not pulling my punches. I need you to know I'm direct. Mm-hmm. I need you to know that I'm telling you this is what it's got to be.
Right.
So, yeah, passionate always gets me in trouble because people are like, well, I can tell that you're very direct and you're not a bullshitter. But then when I say things, it's like, well, you could have been a little bit nicer. Well, do you want me to tell you the truth or you don't want me to tell you the truth? I mean.
Well, we know that one of the hardest things people go through is looking at themselves. So sometimes hearing it is not always the easiest. Mm-hmm. So I would say my leadership style is very much challenged. Mm-hmm. Very much challenged. Now, I would say I agree with you in the directness because I can be very direct. I think there is a side of me, though, that will look at the person and try to speak in the way that they will feel it the most or understand it the most. Because if you look at someone and they seem to take offense to everything, or they're already really hard on themselves, I tend to try to maybe smooth it over because if you talk to people a certain way who won't receive it, no matter how you say it, it's going to be taken in offense, and then they're not really growing. So I find different ways to have them notice it themselves. Yeah. Even in my coaching, like anytime I'm coaching, whether it's a person or somebody on my team, I tend to be one who will lead them to see what it is I see, or tell me what you see. Like what areas are you having issues? Because if I tell you, offensive. But if you tell yourself, it's a whole nother thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I may ask some questions to get you to recognize what I'm trying to get you to see in order to do that. Now, when I say like my leadership style is challenging, is because if I believe in you, I expect a lot. My expectations are through the roof. Mm-hmm. I am not one who will let you sit and be lazy. I'm not one who, and I guess because I don't take breaks. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I do have to realize balance. But I'm one that if I believe in you, I want to see you at your best. And I expect to see you at your best. And if I don't, I get frustrated. Yeah. And when I get frustrated, you'll know I'm getting frustrated. So, so it's a love. Yeah. It's a love. So a love that I have to remind myself sometimes to pull back on. But yeah, I lead with, and I guess the same thing, I lead with passion. Mm-hmm. Like, and not so much for the job. I do lead with passion for the job. I lead with passion for people. Like, I want to see you do your best. Yeah. I want to win together. I want us to be in a space where we're celebrating. Yeah. And we're like on the top of our game, and we're not meeting goals, we're exceeding goals. Mm-hmm. So for that reason, and then I have a little bit of a military piece. A little bit. A little bit. A lot of it. A little bit. But yeah, so I would say my leadership style definitely is challenged. So before we go to the next question, we're going to take a quick minute for Cassandra to tell you about a book that's getting ready to come out and how you could be a part of it.
Absolutely. So I'm going to be the visionary for, it's going to be a best-selling anthology, and it's called Dear Daughter, Nobody Ever Told Me But. So basically it's a collection of short stories by women, mothers, daughters, sisters, friends that we're passing down to our younger selves, our daughters, our sisters, friends, nieces, whoever, just any woman in your life who you feel can benefit from the information that we learned the hard way. We had to struggle through life lessons. You know, we didn't have anybody to tell us. We didn't have anybody who understood, and we just had to figure it out for ourselves. So we're passing that advice down to anyone who might need it, anyone who might benefit from it. And honestly, even though it's called Dear Daughters, it doesn't even have to be women, right? Because I have a son. And there are things that just about in life that I want my son to understand that nobody told me. One of the things I always tell my kids is I won't always be here. And nobody's going to feel sorry for you because your mom's not here anymore, because people die every day, B. I guess a quote from something. I can't remember what it is. Sorry. But that's the sad reality. People die every day. So nobody's going to feel sorry for you. They still have expectations that you have to meet and exceed because it's just the way life is. Mm-hmm. So this beautiful, beautiful anthology is going to be released on Mother's Day of 2026. So we are looking for co-authors. So you can go to DearDaughtersAnthology.com if you want to be a part of it.
And I'm saying you want to be a part of it.
Absolutely.
All right. So I'm excited about that book. I'm excited to write my chapter to my daughters and my son.
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely. So diving back in. We have a couple other announcements, but for now, diving back in.
And real quick, I will just say to the last point that you make, because I know we got to move forward. Mm-hmm. I'm passionate about people too, and there is also a fine line because I feel like if I say things, one way, like you take it differently when you're in a position of success versus when you're in a position of trying to grow. Like imagine you're on a sinking ship. If the captain just going, hey, everybody, put your life jackets on, the boat's going down. People might not react to that. Like there might be panic or whatever, but if he's like, listen, we just hit an iceberg, the boat is going down, put your life jackets on and get to a boat like right now. People respond differently in situations. There are sometimes you just can't coddle people. You know what I'm saying? Like if we're failing and we're trying to get ahead and we're in danger, I can't coddle you. And I need you to understand that it's not personal. And I think sometimes people just take things so personally, and that just irritates, especially in business, because business is so fast paced and it's always changing.
You know I have a rebuttal.
I know you do.
So there's a difference in coddling, means you're trying to protect someone's feelings and you're not really telling them. There's a difference in that and actually telling someone in a different way.
Yeah.
So I'll just give you an example. If I need to express something to Ariel, I can tend, especially if she makes me mad as a mother. I'm talking about mother, not work. I can tell her, listen, you know what I'm saying? The difference is Kizzy, though. If I need to explain it to Kizzy, because Kizzy will not admit it, she's a lot more delicate. I don't have to take the same approach. I can take a different approach, because if I take the rah approach with her, she's gonna shut down. Yeah. She's not gonna hear anything that I said, regardless if I'm you better direct, right? Yeah. She's not gonna accept it. She's not gonna she's gonna react to it, but her reaction's gonna be shut down, which means everything I said, I just did that for no reason. Yeah. I hurt her feelings. She didn't receive nothing I said. So it's not about coddling, and I know what you mean. We've seen some situations in some of our work stuff where people have coddled feelings and not really just told them, hey, you are the problem. So more of what I'm saying is there's different levels of direct. Right. There's some people who need it, hey, this is not right. This is wrong. You're the problem. This is the problem. You did this. You need to do this. Yeah. Come on, let's go. We're failing. And in order to succeed, you need to get it together. Some people, though, can take that same type of directness, but need to have it a different way. Right. So that's more what I mean with, I look at the person, because I can be that direct with somebody, and that is what pushes them off the cliff. Gotcha. And since my goal is never to push them off the cliff, it's to reel them in. The person who takes the directiveness, I know, and we're friends, right? We're best friends. I know some things I could say to you that you probably like, oh, I just want to sock her now. But I know that you are not taking it as I can't stand you and I'm mad at you or whatever. And if you do feel like that for a moment, you're going to come back and realize, no, she just was, right? But some people I can't do that to, because I know for a fact it's going to automatically be the weight, right? And even some people in the company who, if I come at them the way that I come at you, they're going to be like, oh, I'm always wrong, and I'm always this, and I'm always that. So I have to take a different approach. So that's more what I mean. Not necessarily coddling. Being able to say, hey, no, go look at this differently. Yeah. I need you to go, where I can say, Cass, I need you to do this because I asked you to do it,
Uh-huh.
and you haven't done it. Like, speed up. Where for somebody else, I'll be like, listen, I need you to go back and look at what I sent you, and I need you to tell me what you did wrong, or tell me what needs to be fixed. And they're not, because if I do it the way I could tell you, because you're probably like, to me, they're looking at like, oh, I made her mad, or you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's more what I mean. Like, just being able to look at different people and realize the same type of directness doesn't work for everybody. Right. And I'll use a client. I'll use Chad as an example. I can tell Chad, man, like, what made you think that was okay? And he'll be like, you're right. Yeah. But we know other people, as soon as you tell them, it's shut down, want to sabotage the whole company, you know what I'm saying? Because their feelings are hurt. Yeah. So, and I'm not one who will coddle that person. I'll say it. I'm just not going to be as like, man, Chad, you shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? So it's more of just like getting to know the person to realize a directive, like being direct is different. It should be handled differently by the person. Yeah. So, yeah. Absolutely. And keeping that in mind, how do you handle being underestimated or dismissed? And I feel like I know how you handle it, but... So, my biggest thing is I am going to prove you wrong. Uh-huh. So, go ahead and underestimate me. Yeah. Go ahead and dismiss me. I'm going to do it. And then I'm going to come back, and I'm going to do it politely, too. Yeah. And I'm going to keep you involved. I'm going to keep you, and then I'm going to say, hey, remember when... I just want you to see that. Yeah. Like, because I feel like, and it's not to throw in anybody's face, it's more of just saying, like, understand if I'm saying I'm going to do it, this is who I am. Now, I am also understanding that everyone who says they're going to do something is not about what they say. Right. So I can understand the piece of that says, hey, like, I'm just not going to trust you with that. But I am one who says, all right, go ahead and underestimate me. Yeah. That's fine. Once I prove it, don't underestimate me again. So that's all. That's all. That's it. What about you? I mean, I feel like I'm the same way. Like, I'm one of them people where I'm a Cancer, so I remember what people say to me. So my life mission now is to be like, I'm gonna show you, even if it don't happen tomorrow. Like, it might not happen for like another 3 or 4 months, but I'm gonna show you to where whatever it is that you said about me, you'll never be able to say it again. And that's, like I said, it's a Cancer in me. I can't help it. But yeah, I mean, even if you don't say it, but your actions show me something, I'm gonna show you. You know what I'm saying? You're never gonna find me where you left me at. Right. So yeah, and especially like you say, when we work in male dominated spaces, I feel like we deal with that a lot, being underestimated. You know what I'm saying? Well, she's not gonna be able to do it. You're not competent. So it's definitely something that emotional intelligence, I tend to take personally, because first of all, it's like, how dare you think that I'm not competent enough? Like, I wouldn't be here if I wasn't. Especially in a space where someone's like, you don't even know me. Yeah. Like let me prove to you that I'm incompetent before you tell me I'm incompetent. And I guess that goes back to a conversation that I had with Pinky recently. If somebody shows you something and that's all you see from them, if anytime you're around them, I can understand you making that assumption. But it's like, if you've seen me be successful, you've seen me be innovative, you've seen me be ambitious, don't just allow your personal feelings for a situation where I don't want to say bested you, but like did something that you didn't agree with. Whether it was I implemented a policy you didn't agree with, or, you know what I'm saying, I showed you the expertise of my job and pretty much put you in your place to be like, you know, this is my lane, this is your lane, stay in your lane. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't use that as a reason to be like, well, you're incompetent, and to put me down based off of that one situation when you know I've done, you know what I'm saying, better and differently in other situations. Right, exactly. If that was all you saw from me, that'd be different, but you know it's not. Right. So, yeah, I think a lot of times when you work in certain spaces, you deal with a lot of ego. Yeah. And I know that's where a lot of it comes from. And we all have ego. There's been times I've operated in my ego. I'm not perfect. I'm not going to claim to be. But it definitely makes me a little bit more like, all right, don't do it. Don't bring that out of me. But, yeah. So, boundaries. Let's talk about personal, professional, and unapologetic boundaries. What are your leadership boundaries? Oh. And you can look at that in so many perspectives. So you can look at it between you and the people who you lead, you and the people that you work with that maybe are like peer, what you and clients, right? So like, what are your personal, professional, and unapologetic boundaries?
Well, one of my unapologetic ones, and this could be, some people could say, like, you got to be more sympathetic, because I have a very much, like, I want you to treat me how I would treat you. So I want you to be direct with me. I want you to tell me, because I don't like the whole beat around the bush thing. Mm-hmm. Like, don't just tell me what it is so I can fix it. Mm-hmm. If it's something wrong, or just tell me what it is so I can do it. Like, just be very direct with me, because I don't read minds, right? And if I read between the lines, I'm subject to assuming based off of what I feel, and that might not be correct. So just be direct, so I know exactly what I'm doing. So that's a very big boundary for me, is just directness. Again, I understand there's different ways you can say things and still be direct. You can have a different tone, you know what I'm saying, all that stuff. Even though I have a direct tone, I don't always mean it in a tear you down, I'm being mean to you kind of way. I realize that because of the sound of my voice, it may come across that way, but I promise that's not how I mean it. So I need you to understand that my intent is always to be thoughtful, respectful, understanding. You know what I'm saying? I want us to work together. We're a team. It just always come out that way. And I always apologize for that from the beginning. Mm-hmm. Like, that's not what I mean. Don't take it that way. But this is what it is as well. Another leadership boundary, especially with my kids, is I want you to always feel like you can come to me. Mm-hmm. Anybody I deal with. Because again, even people at work, I don't always have to like you, but because we work together, we're part of a team. Right. And if we're on the same team, we need to be able to communicate. Mm-hmm. Communication is a big boundary for me. If we can't communicate, if we can't talk about issues and we're just assuming and complaining to other people, we don't accomplish anything. Mm-hmm. Just come and talk to me. Yeah. I'm very understanding. So those are probably my two big ones, is like my direct communication and then just communication in general. Mm-hmm.
I would say my first one is, if there's a problem, come to me.
Yeah.
That was my boundary. Like, don't go fiddle farting with other people mm-hmm. and having conversations with other people, because no one knows how I feel or how I react to something except for me. Mm-hmm. I'm very big on open communication. Over the last year, and I will not say I'm a master, but I will say I'm intermediate in emotional intelligence. Yeah. And when I tell you I had to put in some work, like, probably the only people who see me in a space that I allow myself to not practice it will be her, my kids, and maybe my Chad, my biggest client. Because I'll say, hey, I'm just gonna let you know, I'm breaking down my emotional intelligence real quick. because I gotta say something and I'm not happy. You know what I'm saying? But generally speaking, and then I'll even make it clear, like, I'm only saying it to you, I will not act on it, but this is how I feel right now, right? And sometimes you still need, and one of the things that, with the whole thought of emotional intelligence, for those who don't know, it's having personal awareness on how you react to things, how you think about things, and then recognizing other people's thoughts and emotions, right? Emotional intelligence isn't just about yourself. Yeah. It's not just about, like, oh, I got to control my emotions. It's also being able to look at other people's emotions and recognizing how they may feel and how you impact that, right? So typically speaking, like, I'm one who's like, I want to look at the bigger picture. But after I've looked at the bigger picture so many times and I feel like it's still, I'm just like, okay, listen. Like, now I'm about to, the old me is creeping in, and I need to tell somebody so that way I can grab a hold of it, right? So I would say, first boundary, if there's an issue or you have a question and it's related to something you thought I said, come to me. Yeah. I will not get offended. Like, I'm just not that person. Like, tell me. Like, let's talk about it. Because I'll do the same thing to you. I'll tell you what I really meant by it. Like, so that's my biggest thing. It's just open communication. Let's communicate. Don't go talking to somebody else, because if I heard that you said something to somebody, and I'll ask, like, hey, I heard. Yeah. And it was, I just know, but why didn't you come to me? Right. Like, why didn't you just come to me? Another piece of emotion that I would say, like, a boundary, will be recognizing that I'm a human being. Mm-hmm. So as a human being, I'm not Captain Marvel. Right. I'm Chad. I'm not. I'm gonna make sure he watches this episode. Right. I'm not Superwoman. I'm not, I mean, I hate the title of Superwoman. I feel like, so we wrote a book called Putting Back the Pieces, talking about mental health. And one of my chapters was the Superwoman curse. And it talks about how it's not fair to place that cape on me. For Superwoman, she has the powers. For me, I don't. So like that piece that says, hey, like, you can do it all. You don't need help. I don't know. So realizing that I do need breaks.
Yeah.
And honestly, nobody will push me more than I push me.
Yeah.
But when I say I need a break, I need a break. When I say I need to breathe, let me breathe. When I say it's time to spend time with my family, let me spend time with my family. Don't disrespect that time. Yeah. Because when I come back to you, I'm showing up fully for what you need me to do. Like, I'm going to show up past what you need me to do. Yeah. So when I need that moment, whether it's for growth, whether it's for rest, leave me alone. Yeah. Like, so those are what I would say are my boundaries. So before we go into the next part of our questioning for who we are as bosses and leaders, we're going to talk about our virtual office space. So we just opened an office space. Oh, so we've been had an office, but we just opened up a public office space where now we are accepting people who are interested in virtual office space. So what that looks like, right? If you are a home-based business and you currently do all your work from your home, you don't have anywhere that you go work at. This is not a co-working space. There's a difference. Virtual space, co-working space. But when you register your business, wherever you register your business at, so say you go on the Secretary of State website, you register your business, and you register with your home address. When I go look up your business name, it's going to show your home address. So what a virtual office does is it gives you the capability to look like you're working out of a professional office without having to pay for a professional office, all right? So these start as little as $15 a month. Some of them go up to $150 a month, depending on what you get, right? Depending on what you want, what you get. Your mail gets scanned into a system. You get mail forwarded to you, depending on what you get, right? So virtual office space is open now here in Melbourne, Ohio.
Melbourne, Florida.
We're from Ohio, you guys. So if you didn't know, now you know. Here in Melbourne, Florida, you can check us out at www.arichinnovations.com/virtual-mailbox. And it'll be here at the bottom of the screen. So, all right, back to our question. Ohio.
Okay. Yeah. You miss
it's time to visit. I just miss my daddy. I miss you, Daddy.
How do you shut out the noise of people who think they know better than you? And I know we deal with this a lot.
I guess I'm going kind of back to I can show you better than I tell you. Yeah. Like you can tell me all day, or but prove me wrong, and I'm fine with it. I'm okay with you proving me wrong, but prove me wrong. Yeah. Like, because my goal is to prove you wrong. A little bit of friendly competition is nothing wrong with that. Yeah. That's how we make the business excel faster. Mm-hmm. So invite it. Prove me wrong. Yeah. Like, and trust me, like, you better come with it, because I'm about to prove you wrong, because the goal is to be on the same page, to grow the company. And if you prove me wrong, I'm on board. Yeah. If I prove you wrong, come on. Yeah. Like, come on. So that would be how I would say, like, quiet the noise. And then another thing that it's still a work in progress, quiet the noise, is realize that a lot of the noise is my own. Yeah. So, as a person, I am extremely confident in my abilities. I have my insecurities, but in terms of like what I can do, I'm extremely confident in my abilities. Yeah. But I also have insecurities that a lot of people don't see. Yeah. So I lean on God to just get that out of my head. Because at the end of the day, it's not me. So I don't care what insecurities I have about me. I can't do it anyway. It's him. So since he's doing it, listen, come against me if you want to. Yeah. But yeah. So what about you? How do you question it?
That's funny that you said that, because before I used to be very much of, I'm going to be waiting for you in the parking lot. Like, that was my answer for everything. Like, somebody had to get their ass beat. Like, and it wasn't that I don't like to be challenged, right? But it's when people think they know better than me in a demeaning or dismissive type of way, that just grinds my gears. I can't stand that. Because I hate to feel underestimated, especially again when I've shown you that I can do better, but it's your ego underestimating and dismissing me. Now I'm at a point where it's like, all right, I don't have to do anything. And this is like growth for me because I don't have to do anything. God is going to show up and remove you from my path. Mm-hmm. He's going to show you what it really is, and he's going to allow me to excel in front of you, and you have no choice but to recognize it. Mm-hmm. I don't have to do anything. And I think that's what's so, I don't want to say revolutionary, but so empowering for me is that I don't have to do it. Because I used to be the one that's like, okay, I don't have to, but I want to. Just because I want you to know I am the one who bested you. But now I don't have to. It's like I can save that energy for a real fight. And I remember one time I dealt with this lady when I worked for a previous company, and their office was in Australia. And she would always go, you got to do it this way. You have to do it this way. And I kept saying, like, it's not working. And she wasn't hearing me. And so finally one day I said, okay, I'm going to do it your way. And I shared experience, and I walked her through her process, and she said, oh, you're right, that doesn't work. Me telling you that it didn't work when I'm telling you it doesn't, but you didn't want to hear it. I had to let you see for yourself. So now I'm just in a space where it's like, sometimes you got to just let folks see for themselves. So now I can just sit back and be pretty and not say anything. And I'm like, all right, God, I'm going to let you handle it because you can do it far better than I can. Yeah. And I've always known he could do it better than I could, but I was still like, but I want to help though. I still want to get a jab in. I don't have to do that anymore. Right. I get to save my nails. I don't have to mess them up no more.
His jabs are going to hurt a whole lot.
Exactly.
But also realizing that his jabs are out of love.
Yeah.
So even
it wasn't nothing lovely about mine.
Whoever he's jabbing, even though he may be protecting you, he's still jabbing them in a space of love.
Yeah.
Now, also remember, we can get those jabs too.
Absolutely.
So like, we got to stay humble, right? Yeah. Right. But definitely like that place that says like, I ain't got to do this. Like, I'm good. Yeah. Like, go ahead, because God's got me. Like, it's
and
so
for
empowering.
me, that is the humble part because it's like, again, I fully admit that before I was operating in my ego. I wanted you to know I was the one who bested you. I was the one who did better than you. Like, I was the one who came back and showed you. Now I'm like, God, you got it. Listen, I don't even need them to know it came from me. I don't need them to know it was because of me. You got it.
You know, and so I can tell even in that sense growth for me because through the divorce, general me, I want to go see how you're doing. I'm going on social media. I haven't. Like, in the year and, 8 or 9 months, I have not went and looked at a social media page. I haven't, like, and still genuinely, I want you to do great. Yeah. Right? Like, I want you to do great. Now, do I ever now and then have a moment like, ooh, if he would adjust, he would. But no, like, I want him to be great. Like, because at the end of the day, sometimes we got to remember, even they are God's child. And what you'll do for them, what you'll do for them, even through what they did to me, shows me how much more you got in store for me as well. Yeah. So yeah. Is it my question or your question? I think it's my question. Yeah. All right. So, in what ways have you redefined what a CEO looks like?
I mean, like I said before, I think it's having the passion and the innovation, A-Rich Innovations, and the desire to want to step out and just be more. And it's nothing against women who are just traditional, housewives, you know what I'm saying, and just want to stay at home and raise kids. I get it, but that's not something that I ever aspired to. I watched my dad work to take care of a family of 10, 11 people on one income, and my mom stayed home. And I've always desired to be a part of the building, right? And I realized, and I'm not saying her taking care of the house meant she was less involved in the building, because that's a part of the building in itself. But I've always been the one who's like, no, I want to go out there and be the one working with my hands. I want to be the one actively doing something, you know what I'm saying? Like bringing home the bacon, like just really like helping to lay that foundation. Not more of saying like a masculine role, but just like the desire to step out and say, no, I'm going to carry this. I'm going to shoulder this. I'm going to start this road. I'm not going to wait for somebody to come along and pave the road for me. I want to be the one who goes out and starts paving this road because there's something else out there. Right. So, I mean, for me, it just doesn't look like a traditional woman thing from the family that I come from. A lot of the women in my family were traditional stay-at-home mothers. That's just not something that I ever aspired to be. I think a large part of that was shaped from my relationships. I felt like I couldn't rely on men to carry their weight. even if it started that way, it didn't end that way, and I ended up having to be the one trying to create it anyway.
Right.
So my mindset then became, let me just create my own, so that way I'm never left trying to figure it out if somebody else leaves. I don't want that for my kids either.
Right.
I want them to go out into the world going, no, I have a lane that's being paid for me, and I now have the freedom and the empowerment to go and create my own if I so choose.
Right. So I would say what it means, redefining CEO looks for me. So I've always been I'm a loner. So I got this, I do it on my own. So recently I dragged my best friend here to live in Florida. She said she would not move here. I said, yes, you are. Yes, you are. I still have a TikTok video. If you guys go to my TikTok, it's ms.arich86. No, it's not. It's a lie. It's A-Rich Like a Boss. So if you go to it, there's a video where I was in Charlotte visiting because I have a client there that I would come visit once a month. And I said she was moving. I think a couple months later she moved. Yeah. And she just told me the other day that it may have been one of the best things she's done.
It was, yeah.
So, but what I would say, redefining a CEO is realizing that a CEO is only a CEO with a team of people who support you. So, like I said, I was a lone wolf, right? Like, I got this, I'm going to do this. Not realizing the level of overwhelm that brings. Not realizing, how empowering it is to have a team that believes in your vision. Let's do it together. If that means sometimes I have to sit and listen, I have to sit and listen, right? It's not about what I say goes. It's about, hey, everybody is buying into this vision. Let's grow together, whatever that looks like. I used to be at a point where my picture was everywhere. And actually, even in the past few years, just being sick of seeing my picture. I want my business to be associated by what it does, not by me. So being able to say, hey, we got that, we can do that. I'm not over it though. That's Cass, that's Cassidy, that's Ariel, that's Kenneth, that's the marketing team. You know, I'm gonna hook you up. It's just not gonna be me doing it.
Right.
How good that feels. Because I know certain areas are thriving in my business without me having to touch it. Yeah. And I guess for people who've been in the CEO world for a long time, they're like, duh, we've been know that. For me, though, it's new. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Yeah. So I would say just oh, and y'all, let me tell y'all, we've been outside for the past month.
We have.
So we are introverts. We don't like being outside.
We don't like people.
We love people. We don't like them.
Yeah.
So we made a commitment. We said in July we were going to be outside. Yeah. We have been outside, y'all. Seriously, are we paying for it?
Because 40 came fast. And 40 hurts.
Listen, just yesterday, I had a tube the whole day. I was moody the whole day. And it came to the conclusion that it's because we was outside the night before.
But we've been having fun, though.
Yes, it's been fun.
It ain't been we outside and we just hate it. We've been having fun.
It's fun. Yeah. What's not fun is the next day.
Yeah.
So, when it's you still got to do stuff, but you're tired.
But even that feels good that we made a commitment. We stuck by it. We experienced new things. We've been line dancing this month, y'all. I would have never. Because in my mind, I was like, that's white people stuff. But the music wasn't bad. I find myself wanting to be who made this song? And I'm not a big country music fan. I wasn't into it like that until Beyonce's album, obviously. I would listen to a few songs here and there that I'd be okay, this is kind of catchy, but I wasn't into it. But I'm in there listening to music oh, this song actually hits.
And you learn, as black people, some of these white people got rhythm.
They do.
Really good rhythm.
Yeah. Yeah, it's shocking. And I don't know, maybe it's because Florida is such a melting pot of different cultures and personalities, so you kind of have no choice but to venture outside of what it is you know. I'm learning a lot about just other people and how they work and how they move, and even more so when I was in Ohio or in Charlotte. It's different here. It really is. You have to experience it. It's just different.
And then there's a different level of, so when you go to the club, right, back in the day, and you go to an all-black club, it's everybody's in their own space.
Yeah.
Don't bother me. You go out to these country bars, I'll show you how to do it. Come on.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, which I used to always say, when I go to clubs, I like to go to mixed clubs anyway, because the white people don't care. They get out there and they have fun. They don't care what nobody sees, what nobody says. Just have fun. So,
And people you would never expect. Because I remember the first time we went to the country club. Like, if it was somebody I just walked down the street and saw this old man, I would have been like, ain't no way this man know how to dance. He was showing her, like, because I didn't have the right shoes the first night because I wasn't expecting it.
She like 3 dances and sat down.
Yeah, well, I didn't have on the right shoes. Even the people I was around was like, I'm surprised you're doing so well in those shoes. Mm-hmm. So I had to sit down. But this old man was like, no, you got to do it this way and you got to turn here. And I'm like, I would have never thought he could dance like that. Mm-hmm. And he was old.
And he was so sweet.
Yes.
He was so sweet.
But listen, he was in there two-stepping. He was getting it.
He was getting it. He was getting it. So, I mean, so definitely we have been outside, getting it in, meeting people, like stepping out of our comfort zone.
And just networking. And networking isn't all about, like, I'm trying to sell you my business, right? Sometimes I want to get to know you as a person, because if I can add value to you in any way, I want to. If you can add value to me or my business in any way, I want that for me as well. Mm-hmm. I just want us to be able to be in the same space and share ideas, share innovation. Like, that's what networking is. Mm-hmm. And we've been doing that. And it's been eye-opening and it's been fun. So I'm enjoying it. We did go
somewhere the other day and I started having hot flashes. I had to bolt, and I felt bad because I was like, this is the image I gave them. Yeah. I'm going to have to make it up next time. But it was so hot, I thought I couldn't breathe.
And it was a cramped space. Like,
my back was sweating.
Yeah, it wasn't small, but it was a lot of people jammed in there. So
but you know what? She took it for the team because she stayed.
Yeah.
She stayed until she got through the speech, and then they took the picture and everything, because I bolted. I'm sitting there like, people probably looking like she's so unprofessional. So that's the end of the show. Thank you for tuning in to Sessions with Coach April. We look forward to seeing you next time.